works, and I'm sure you remember from the last time. I'll read a passage and then we'll discuss it. And then I'll read another one and we'll discuss it. When it comes to the principle of miracles, I like to read 5 of them. And then I'll pause after because reading 50 of them is just too much at once. So I'll go ahead and start recording. All right, we are still in chapter 1, the meaning of miracles. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Yeah, Mary Disciples of Miracles, and then we can discuss. Last week, number 11, predication of the created, believed, and through miracles, love is expressed. Miracles are thoughts. Thoughts can represent the lower or bodily level of experience, or the higher or spiritual level of experience. One makes the physical, and the other creates the spiritual. Miracles are both beginnings and endings, and so they alter the temporal order. They're always affirmations of rebirth, which seem to go back but really go forward. They undo the past in the present and thus release the future. Miracles bear witness to truth. They are convincing because they arise from conviction. Without conviction, they deteriorate into magic, which is mindless and therefore destructive, or rather, the uncreative use of mind. Number 15, each day should be devoted to miracles. The purpose of time is to enable you to learn how to use time constructively. It is thus a teaching device and a means to an end. Time will cease when it is no longer useful in facilitating learning. All right, now we'll pause and discuss anything that may be coming up from those last 5 miracles, principles of miracles. Anything come up for you, Angelina? If not, let me see. I thought it was interesting when it said prayer is the medium of miracles, the means of communication of the created with the creator. Through prayer, love is received, and through miracles, love is expressed. So it sounds like we're receiving love from the creator. And then the way we express that is through miracles with our brothers.
Interesting. Yeah, can you repeat that line? Can you read it again?
Yes, number 11, prayer is the medium of miracles. It is a means of communication of the created with the creator. Through prayer, love is received, and through miracles, love is expressed. So as we express love to our brothers, we are creating miracles.
Yeah, interesting. It's like the process of creation. That first there's like the connection with the divine, with the spirit, and then like after that you could say that connection is made, then then it's expressed like through miracles. Um, so it's really nice. So like it shows to me that we're, a lot of people are like, we're not supposed to do anything, like in this world. And then I think this line actually says no, like you are supposed to express yourself, like to do miracles here. You're not supposed to just sit, meditate the whole day or pray the whole day, or you're supposed to express yourself, right?
Yeah, I love that. Absolutely.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I do. I love that. In the last week we talked about the first 10 principles, and one that always sticks out to me is let me see if I can find it. Number 9, miracles are kind of exchange. Like all expressions of love, which are always miraculous in the true sense, the exchange reverses the physical laws. They bring more love to the giver and the receiver. Actually, that wasn't the one I was looking for,
Mm.
but that's also a great one. Well, maybe we didn't read it yet. I'm sure it will come. Yeah. Okay, let's keep going.
Oh, someone joined.
Yes, Mary is back.
Oh, hi, Mary. You're back.
Hi again.
Good to have you here, Mary. All right. We
Yeah, I
just,
had another church phone call as usual. Church takes
okay.
me out of a lot of things, but it's
Yeah,
handled now.
it's great to have you back as always. All right. Let's keep going. I will read the next 5 miracle principles.
You're breaking up a lot. Hopefully
16.
we
Miracles are teaching devices for demonstrating it is as blessed to give
Jerry,
as to
if you can hear
receive.
me, you might have to try
They
moving or resetting.
simultaneously
There you go. Now
increase
it's
the strength of the giver and supply strength to the receiver. Miracle invisibility away from a miracle is a service. Mary, not sure what's let's try number 18. A miracle is a service. It is the maximal service as yourself. You recognize your own and your neighbor's worth simultaneously. Miracles make minds one in God. They depend on cooperation because the sonship is the sum of all that God created. Miracles therefore reflect the laws of eternity, not of time. Miracles reawaken the awareness that the spirit, not the body, is the altar of truth. This is the recognition that leads to the healing power of miracles. Yes, not sure what's going on with the internet today. All right. Any thoughts around those miracles? I love number 18. A miracle is a service. It is the maximal service you can render to another. It is a way of loving your neighbor as yourself. You recognize your own and your neighbor's worth simultaneously. Mm. Okay, shall we keep going? All right, let's keep going. 21. Miracles are natural signs of forgiveness. Through miracles, you accept God's forgiveness by extending it to others. Miracles are associated with fear only because of the belief that darkness can hide. You believe that what your physical eyes cannot see does not exist. This leads to a denial of spiritual sight. Miracles rearrange perception and place all levels in true perspective. This is healing because sickness comes from confusing the levels. Miracles enable you to heal the sick and raise the dead because you made sickness and death yourself and can therefore abolish both. You are a miracle capable of creating in the likeness of your creator. Everything else is your own nightmare and does not exist. Only the creations of light are real. Miracles are part of an interlocking chain of forgiveness, which, when completed, is the at-one-ment. At-one-ment works all the time and in all the dimensions of time. Oh, I love that. I always say at-one-ment. I know it's pronounced atonement, but at-one-ment just sounds more true to me. Yeah, that reminds me a lot of the telepathy tapes, Mary.
What is that?
Yeah, agree.
Yeah, the telepathy tapes is a podcast that started by this woman, Kai Dickens, and she started interviewing the parents and the children of nonverbal, non-speaking autistic children. And they found out there was a common denominator that these children were telepathic. And as she went through and continued her studies, it became clearer and clearer that it wasn't just a phenomenon, that it was actually scientifically um, proven that they were telepathically communicating and they had gifts and messages to bring to people. And it's such an amazing podcast. If you haven't heard it, I highly recommend it. And they were talking, the children were saying how, they were shown, this one child in particular was shown the fabric of time. He was able to look through it, and that when something is healed in this time frame, which is an illusion, it's also healed in other time frames, which are happening simultaneously, which is very interesting. How did this reading land with you, Angelina, when you're talking about being a medium?
No, 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 I'm not a medium, channel.
Oh, channel. I'm so sorry. Channel.
Yeah, like I never experienced like medium, like never like something like a being entering me. No, 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 I never had that experience. But it's more like with writing, mainly with writing,
Hmm.
that now it's not as strong. In the past, there were times that it was very strong, like that I would sit and write, and it's like it would just come like,
Hmm.
and it would be very clear for me that it's not my words. Uh, um, I don't know. It's like I like that there's one miracle there about the creator. Miracles coming the long one. Gosh, I don't remember now which line. You know? J- sorry, I don't have the book in front of me, so maybe next time I'll bring it. But
Yeah, it seems.
creating the spiritual, the spiritual is real. Which one is that? Oh, it kind of got stuck now. Mary?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. It's like everything froze.
I'm not sure if my connection or everyone else's connection is. Mary, who
Okay,
is it my
now you're
connection or
back.
can you hear?
Yeah, you were frozen and you've been coming in spotty.
Are you
Yeah.
hearing everything, Mary?
Yeah, I hear everything. Angelina's real clear. You're
Okay.
spotty.
How about
Right
Angelina?
now,
Can you hear her okay? Both are
right now you're
spotty.
real strong, Terry.
Well, okay. And is Angelina also spotty or is it just me?
Just you.
Yeah,
I don't hear
same,
Mary now.
same here. Yeah, yeah. Uh, yeah.
Oh, it's just me. Okay. So it's definitely my connection. I'm going to try to jump off and then back on. So everybody stay here. I'll be right back.
Okay, sure.
Angelina, I'm going to assign you the new host while I'm gone.
Oh, wow. That's cool. I've haven't been a host for a long. I don't know if I ever was. Mary?
Yeah, I'm
Mary?
here.
Hi.
Yeah, I'm here.
I think I joined like years ago, and I think I remember you actually that you were also you're never on video, right?
Very rarely. I'm blind, so I
I
can't
remember that.
see where
I remember
I
that.
can't see where I am on the camera or anything else, so I choose not to do it because you might be looking at my ear or my nose. So
Yeah.
so
I know
yeah.
it's interesting. It's like when I saw Mary, I thought, wasn't Mary blind? But of course, I didn't want to say anything
Yep,
because if you're
yep,
not, then I
yep,
don't want
yep,
to.
that's me.
Ah,
So have you
yeah.
been in other groups? Have you been in other groups?
Oh,
Like,
yeah. Yeah, I've been in
mm,
many groups. Because kind of the last 2 years, it's like tearing. I'm living in Spain. Like I've been in Spain for 11 years, but originally I'm from Israel. And I think the last 2 years I got myself to be a bit distracted with the whole situation there. And
mm-hmm.
um, I'm not too happy about it. I got too much on Facebook and hasn't been really good for me. I need to kind of put that aside, and just go.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I've always been in spirituality, but I do see that I allowed myself to get distracted.
Yes.
Got it.
Yeah, that happens here too with the political climate in the United States as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're it's always a challenge sometimes to do it, but then once you're doing it, it's much more peaceful and smoother. And that's the only way to affect real change, right? Is going inside and then extending those miracles of love. And when you're always aligned with fear, it's you can't extend love because love and fear can't coexist. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a different take on miracles now, and not to argue with the course. But I don't really see, it's interesting. It's like I don't see anything as a miracle, and yet the fact that, we have the opportunity to be as God and to recognize that, like for me, that's the miracle of life in a fashion that everything is integrated and whole and peaceful and joy filled. That is the ultimate miracle. Everything else I now have come to expect. There's nothing that's out of the realm of possibilities. Therefore, nothing shocks me and seems miraculous in my day-to-day world any longer.
Yeah, great share. Thanks, Mary.
Yeah, I think in the course it says, oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I think it says that miracles are natural, and actually when they don't occur, that's the not natural thing, you know? And it's like, it's something that I heard, I think from, I don't know if you heard of someone, Paul Selig. Have you heard about him?
Mm-mm.
Yes, I've read him.
Okay.
Yeah, like he's a channel, and he did his first book is I Am Word, or I Am the Word. And I read a little bit from the I Am the Word, and I think he says that the natural thing is to be like in the Christ consciousness. You know, it's actually not natural when we're not in it. And it got me to think, yeah, like it's like the course says that the miracles are natural. When they don't occur, it's not. I mean, it's like it's all reversed. It's like what Mary said, that it's like we learn to believe that when we are, you know, the spiritual is like the odd, right? Or miracles are the odd, or a connection with God, like you said, Terry, I'm God, that's the weird thing. And actually, maybe we got it all reversed, you know? Maybe it's actually when we think, when we go around life kind of not connected, that's, you know, the not natural, you know?
Exactly. Exactly. I agree.
But
All
it's
right.
so, gosh, it's so like, you know, going to think like we're like I'm thinking a lot about these distractions, and you know, Facebook is just, I see it as a distraction, you know, huge distraction, like anything, like media, like advertisement, like shopping, you know, it's all, this world is so, and I think now more than ever we're so bombarded, you know what I mean? Like in the past there wasn't so much thing going on. No, it's like insane. It's like everywhere, you know, there's like everywhere, internet and media and social media and movies, and we're flooded. And like my star sign is like Gemini, and for Geminis it's like even more difficult because it's like, you know, to stay centered. I don't know how to explain it.
I know. Yeah. Yeah.
It's like it goes everywhere. It's like so difficult to just stay focused. And I realized, yeah, it's like everything about this world is distracting us and is telling us the opposite of what we are, you know?
Right.
You need this, you need that, you're not enough until you're, you know, all that. Yeah, it's just so, it's, I'm just saying, it's not like we're in a retreat center, you know.
Right. Right. It's that
So the,
constant. Go ahead, Mary.
so the unfolding of it, though, is basically if you get to the point of knowing, if you're able to change your beliefs, that you are spirit choosing to have these experiences of separation, but you're not really separate. You're whole, you're spirit, you're free, you are limitless. You live in the land of infinite possibilities. You are eternal. All of those definitions go along with spirit, and probably more that I didn't mention. Once you know your spirit choosing to do these things, then you ultimately know all of the choices are up to you, regardless to what your sign is, when you were born, where you live, blah, blah, blah. That's all the external sort of permission slips that we use to have fun. But they're also distractions. So once you know that, you're kind of in a peaceful place, in a more contented, more confident space. And then from there, the other things that you learn are just ongoing and free flowing. And you're open to all of those messages and experiences. And so then it just continues to give you these gifts of experience that heighten your joy and your gratitude and your connection to everything, to the all of which you are. So it's like it can be difficult, but when that becomes your natural state, then you know when you're not in it. You feel immediately that state of confusion and consternation, and you're able to just be like, that's not my natural state any longer. So whereas now we feel like spirit is not our natural state. We get to enjoy it, but we consider it temporary. It's just a matter of flipping it.
Yeah, great points. All right, let's go on to the next 5 miracles, shall we? Okay, I thought we were on 25, right? Yes. Okay. Miracles are part of an interlocking chain of forgiveness, which, when completed, oh no, I already read that one. Okay, now we're on 26. Miracles represent freedom from fear. Atoning means undoing. The undoing of fear is an essential part of the at-one-ment value of miracles. A miracle is a universal blessing from God through me to all my brothers. It is the privilege of the forgiven to forgive. Miracles are a way of earning release from fear. Revelation induces a state in which fear has already been abolished. Miracles are thus a means, and revelation is an end. Miracles praise God through you. They praise Him by honoring His creations, affirming their perfection. They heal because they deny body identification and affirm spirit identification. By recognizing spirit, miracles adjust the levels of perception and show them in proper alignment. This places spirit at the center, where it can communicate directly. Okay, pause there. Yeah, so what do we think about that? Like when it was talking about the healing part of miracles. I have to see which one it was. But it reminded me of that experience I had where I went into that meditative state when I was working on my chakras and trying to open up my chakras. And it kind of brought all of my attention into this huge, vast area of blackness that had all these white lights everywhere. And it was such an amazing experience. I can recall it like it was yesterday. And I remember just, it took my breath away. It was just like, where am I? I had like literally left my body, jumped out of my body, and I was in this place. And I sat there for a few minutes just in awe of the feeling. And then I thought, I don't see a door. How do I get back? And then the experience was over. But what also happened was my body was completely healed when I went back into it. So it's almost like when you're in that place of spirit, which is your natural state, then the body can just heal itself. It's the mind that keeps the body stuck into that place of dis-ease. And the more we can spend in that time where we are in alignment with spirit, the more our body will naturally be healed, which I think what they're talking about is the miracle when you're no longer identifying with the body as being in the body. Anybody have anything they want to share? Any experiences or thoughts about the last 5 principles of miracles?
So miracle is really kind of the alignment, that
Okay,
like your reminder, you could say. Huh?
let's keep going.
Uh, hmm? Yeah.
All right. Miracles should inspire gratitude, not awe. You should thank God for what you really are. The children of God are holy, and the miracle honors their holiness, which can be hidden but never lost. I inspire all miracles, which are really intercessions. Here, I'll go back. Seems like my connection is unstable once again. Let's try getting out and getting back in again.
Well, Mary?
Yep, right
Mary, you there?
here.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
hi.
here. Hey again. This is not how the group usually goes. Usually there's quite a lot of people, and we usually don't have this many issues with the internet. So it's a very unusual day.
But it's good. I mean, for me, in a way, it's good because I wasn't here in the group for a long time. I wasn't in any group for like, I don't know, no, I wasn't in a group. But I wasn't with Terry
Mm-hmm.
for a long time. So it's actually good to come back when it's like small, because like
Uh-huh.
I can feel a little bit intimidated if I'm going straight into a bigger group.
Oh, okay.
So I guess it's all good.
Yeah, I guess it's meant to be then.
Well, it's
How many usually are in a group?
usually about 6 of us, I think, 6 or 7,
Oh,
dep depending on the day.
mm, cool. I also just joined by phone. Like usually I would join, I guess, from the laptop, but I don't know, kind of like was last minute. So if it's just small group, then it doesn't matter. You can do like. But if it's bigger, then yeah, better from laptop, from the computer.
Yeah. I'm going to try
I
again
think
to
we've,
go ahead, Mary.
yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Terry.
I was just going to say I'm going to try again to read, and hopefully you guys will be able to hear me. I'm so sorry about this connection issue. I don't know what's happening. Okay, let's see. Okay. Miracles should inspire gratitude, not awe. You should thank God for what you really are. The children of God are holy, and the miracle honors their holiness, which can be hidden but never lost. I inspire all miracles, which are really intercessions. They intercede for your holiness and make your perceptions holy. By placing you beyond the physical laws, they raise you into the sphere of celestial order. In this order, you are perfect. Miracles honor you because you are lovable. They dispel illusions about yourself and perceive the light in you. They thus atone for your errors by freeing you from your nightmares. By releasing your mind from the imprisonment of your illusions, they restore your sanity. Miracles restore the mind to its fullness. By atoning for lack, they establish perfect protection. The spirit's strength leaves no room for intrusions. Miracles are expressions of love, but they may not always have observable effects. Okay. Any thoughts about those?
I think everything is an expression of love, whether
Yeah.
we see it that way in our separated sense of who we are. But when we don't feel separate, when we are in communion, then everything.
Yeah. All right. Shall we keep going, or does anybody have anything else they want to add? All right. Keep on going. Miracles are examples of right thinking, aligning your perceptions with truth as God created it. A miracle is a correction introduced into false thinking by me. It acts as a catalyst, breaking up erroneous perception and reorganizing it properly. This places you under the at-one-ment principle, where perception is healed. Until this has occurred, knowledge of the divine order is impossible. The Holy Spirit is the mechanism of miracles. He recognizes both God's creations and your illusions. He separates the true from the false by his ability to perceive totally rather than selectively. The miracle dissolves error because the Holy Spirit identifies error as false or unreal. This is the same as saying that by perceiving light, darkness automatically disappears. The miracle acknowledges everyone as your brother and mine. It is a way of perceiving the universal mark of God. Any thoughts about those miracle principles? All right, let's keep going. Wholeness is the perceptual content of miracles. They thus correct or atone for the faulty perception of lack. A major contribution of miracles is their strength in releasing you from your false sense of isolation, deprivation, and lack. Miracles arise from a miraculous state of mind or a state of miracle readiness. The miracle is an expression of an inner awareness of Christ and the acceptance of his at-one-ment. A miracle is never lost. It may touch many people you have not even met and produce undreamed of changes in situations of which you are not even aware. That's always a fun one. I love that one.
I like the part of the awareness of Christ.
Mm-hmm.
It's, like it's always there, really. It's
Yes.
just a matter of are we aware of it or we're not, and that goes well in a way that goes way back to the Bible stories as well. Like kind of like the healing was always there as a possibility, but it was like kind of the awareness of Christ that made it possible. But it wasn't it wasn't that Jesus made it happen. It was more that the the awareness became open to it.
Yeah.
It's like there wasn't any doing. There was just awareness of that consciousness, that possibility that I think that opened up. You know what I mean?
Yes, I love that. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. And that's it, right? It's simple, not always easy if we decide to make it not always easy, but it can be easy because it is simple. And it's just a matter of where our awareness is and being vigilant of mind wandering, which is what the Course says. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it reminds me. I saw a few, maybe a week or 2 weeks ago, a week and a half. Spiritual Warrior, the movie of the book of Dan Millman. You've seen it,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
or well, it's
I
also a
just,
book. Yeah,
I just
cool.
showed that movie to a group of people at my little church a few weeks ago.
Oh, that's
So
lovely.
what did you think of it?
Yeah, so there's like a small scene there that it's like he grabs him and he shows him, like suddenly he sees things that he didn't see before, like just so it's like these things were there before, but he just didn't see them, and it's just like what shifted was not the things but his awareness. Suddenly he can see these like small miracles there, like people kissing, love, the presence of love, you could say.
What did you think, Mary?
I really enjoyed the movie, and a lot of the people. We have a small group that comes and watches it, but everybody had, a pretty in-depth reaction to it. It's well done.
Is this like
I
a
love
Zoom
that
group
too.
or?
That's I love that.
We're not hearing anything you're saying.
All
We
right,
can
shall
hear
we
you
get
talking, Terry.
through
There you
these
go.
last?
Now you're back.
Mary, is that a Zoom group or a physical group?
It's an in-person group. I run a small church, and I'm very active in another one, and so we have get-togethers. Monday nights are book studies. Wednesday nights are kind of we do movies, and then we do chanting, and we do a bunch of things on Wednesday nights. We have a ladies group, and I'm going to add another night to that as we go along, and then Sunday, of course, is church and stuff. So, try to keep people busy, keep them interactive. We have
Oh,
nights
that's
where
cool.
we just get together and we go out to dinner or we throw a potluck or something.
Oh, wow, that's so lovely. It's really nice. I mean, it's kind of almost rare, you know. um, I mean, it's lovely. So you are like a little community in a way.
Exactly, exactly. And we have some people who do some things and not others, but in general, we have quite a little community going. And so we support each other on our spiritual, quest, if you will, and just have good social time. And that attracts other people. The little church that I kind of run is called Unity, where Unity in the
Oh,
southern part of Unity. And we now have probably 20, 25 people there most Sundays, which for us is huge.
oh, wow. And it's like your church, like I mean, you're leading it.
I'm not a minister, but yes, I'm chief cook and bottle washer. So I coordinate pretty much and have a hand in everything that happens, from speakers to, the general way of just keeping it going. And so I decided to do, a lot of social events. We have dances, we have all kinds of things.
Oh, that's nice. I mean, I heard a lot about Unity Church. I think who was that I knew? Oh gosh, what's his name? He is in Mexico. In Ajijic, he has a community there. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
He's a
Gosh,
monk
I can't
also,
think of his
kind of.
name. But yes, I know. I can see his face and I can see his community, but I can't think of his name.
Uh, the community, I
You're not
remember the
talking
name.
about you're not talking about the Don Miguel Ruiz stuff,
No,
are you?
no, 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 no,
No,
no.
it's a Course in Miracles group.
Okay.
Um,
Gosh, what's the name? Ouch.
I'm sure I'll find it.
Uh,
It'll come, right? Here he is right here.
On here?
I found him, but it's not showing his name.
Oh.
Um, if I think of it, I'll shout it out.
Oh, I know
But
how
I
it's
know who you're
gonna
talking
call this.
about.
It's called Namaste, his community, his
Namaste.
village.
Okay, and what's his name?
I'll just find it. Uh, uh, it's Namaste in Achichik. Uh,
Oh, is it James Twyman?
yes, James Twyman,
Yes.
that's it.
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
Right.
James Twyman.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice. All right. Well, let's get the rest of these miracles underway. I'm going to share my screen one last time. Hopefully, I won't break up this time. Okay, number 46. The Holy Spirit is the highest communication medium. Miracles do not involve this type of communication because they are temporary communication devices. When you return to your original form of communication with God by direct revelation, the need for miracles is over. The miracle is a learning device that lessens the need for time. It establishes an out of pattern time interval, not under the usual laws of time. In this sense, it is timeless. The miracle is the only device at your immediate disposal for controlling time. Only revelation transcends it, having nothing to do with time at all. The miracle makes no distinction among degrees of misperception. It is a device for perception correction, effective quite apart from either the degree or the direction of the error. This is its true indiscriminateness. The miracle compares what you have made with creation, accepting what is in accord with it as true and rejecting what is out of accord as false. All right, we made it through all the miracles. Any thoughts or conversations around those last 5 or any of them? I love that it talks about it's a learning device that lessens the need for time. And it establishes an out of pattern time interval. Not under the control of time. So I guess time travel is possible.
Well, if God is eternal, then there is no real time. I guess how do you gauge time in eternity?
Right.
It's like pretty useless. So therefore, we are able to just use time as another tool in this realm, but we're not invested in it.
Right. Good point.
Yeah, I think I read or heard somewhere that they did, I think with Joe Dispenza, I read it or heard it, that they did like experiment that people kind of blessed. I think it was Joe Dispenza, I'm not sure. But people blessed patients, and those patients got healed. But the weird thing is that they blessed patients from the past. Like somewhere in the past, so it sounds impossible. How could in the present you can affect the past? But I don't know. So yeah.
That's
Yeah,
only
that's
because we
interesting. I
think.
was just listening to a similar.
Go ahead, Terry.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I was listening to a similar situation on a podcast recently where they were talking about time and the illusion, and you can bless it in the past and create a situation in the present because there is no time. But go ahead, Mary. I think you were going to speak to similar.
I was just saying something about, we think of things as fixed so that our brains have a framework to work with. So we put everything in these little frames and then we kind of move them. But we want to keep them in their frames. But that's not really how life works. Life is always flowing like a river. It's always moving, changing, flexible in its natural state. And so if you do change something, it changes everything far beyond what you can see or experience, but it's just knowing that that happens. So it's almost stands our logic on its head. Of course, when you change the present, you have changed the past and also influenced what the future will be. So that's the reason why if we stay present, we've got the whole thing handled, because that's the optimal minute of time.
Yeah, I just had a really interesting thought based on what you are both saying. What if we did an experiment and we did inner child healing on ourselves and we went back to a moment in time when we needed to know that we are love and that we are the Christ mind and that we are infinitely powerful and that we have the grandeur of God within us. And we
You broken up again. There you go. Now you're back. No, not yet. Hurry, you're really broken up.
4-year-old, 5-year-old.
She can't hear me.
Yeah. Yeah, she
I'm
can
getting
hear you.
truth bumps now from it. Right now, I could tell it was in, but I'm
But
thinking
we couldn't hear you,
I can.
Carrie.
Yeah,
We missed about
I know
half
my
of
internet.
what you said, but I got the original gist was.
Is she there? Yeah.
I'm here. I can hear you guys, but it's coming in and out.
Oh, can you, I don't know, can you repeat maybe what you said? Because I missed half of it.
Yeah, hopefully you'll be able to hear
We
me. I was just thinking
We
it would.
got the first half, Terry, about how, if we
Okay.
could go back in the past and correct or speak to our inner child, and then we lost you.
Yeah.
Okay, if we could go speak to our inner child about the Christ mind and the connection we have to the grandeur of God and how amazing that would be. And as I was saying it, I was getting truth bumps in this moment. But if we just did that every day, it's kind of like inner child healing time travel.
Yeah. So why is that an if?
Yeah.
It works. It works. I
It
mean,
does, it's not, right?
yeah,
I'm going to do it.
when you know your spirit, it sort of naturally happens that all those things get healed, but you certainly can do them item by item, and the same result will happen when you give that child permission to know that it is love, that you are love, and that it is loved. The miracle happens because the communion occurs. So
Right,
it's
right.
just
I
a
love it.
way of recognizing that you're whole. In fact, it was a piece of my journey was to accept a part of me that I had rejected. And once I accepted her, that was a real miracle for me because I saw things contributed to my personality, but I never thought she would have the gifts of giving because I didn't have a good opinion of her. And in fact, once we integrated, it was a tremendous benefit and had very little of the things that I thought were weak or I was afraid to exhibit. That all got integrated to my benefit. And actually, I don't think I could have communed with God as God until I had done that step. So for me, it's part of that.
I love that. Thank you for sharing that, Mary. All right, we are beyond our 1:30 time, so I guess we should probably close now that everyone hopefully can still hear me. Thank you for joining, and I'm so sorry for the internet situation. I'll try to see if I can get someone over here to fix this, unless it's just an outage like we just had up here with our Verizon that went out like yesterday. So maybe it's part of the same thing. Anyway, hopefully you'll be here next week. Hopefully you can hear me. And thank you for joining. Great to have you here, Angelina. Hope you can come back
Thank
next
you.
week. And always
Thanks.
great to have you, Mary. Thank you.
Namaste.
All right, everyone. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Ciao.